2025 has almost ended. This was a very different year for me. I started racing professionally in a full-on national racing championship. This year, I raced in 9 different circuits and 16 different configurations in total. And so, today we're going to rank them, based on my level of appreciation of said track and configuration. So let's not waste any more moments, and let's start. So we will start immediately. Here's our tier list, and we got some ranks from S all the way to F. The first circuit we're going to rank is the short, old version of the B-karting. And this one, I'll put it in C. Now, the old B-karting wasn't all that great, honestly. The first few turns, which were called the snails, practically forced you to go single files. But, in this case, set corners are basically the only thing interesting on this circuit. And also, you could go from turn 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then for turn 5 and turn 6, I don't remember precisely now, but you could do a dive bomb of the century. This isn't the worst configuration of the B-karting, but isn't the best also. Next one is the circuit you never actually see before, is the Pista Verde, and we'll put it in D tier. Now, I actually went there to test a racing kart, a full-on racing kart. It's not a KZ, but it wasn't that far off. I don't remember the name of the kart, unfortunately. And another unfortunate thing is that I lost all the recording of that race, and you have no idea how angry I am to this day to have lost those files. The track itself, it has a good layout, it's fast, it has multiple straights. The problem is the asphalt. The asphalt would need to be repaved, it is very problematic. And also all the structures, there's a bar near it, but it would need a little bit of renovation to be classified a little bit higher. Still good, raceable, but I think it's one of the worst in this list. Then we got another track you never seen before, and that's the indoor part of the two-way. This is also the most recent one we went to, me and Chris. And unfortunately I forgot to bring the camera, so I didn't record that. I'll put it in C tier. The C tier, with the B-karting short circuit. The problem with this one is that it's very narrow. It's a narrow track, so it is very difficult to overtake. The way has this problem, but the full configuration kinda fixed this, because the outdoor part is not as narrow as the indoor part. It's still decent, it has a good variety of corners. It also has a sequence of corners which are pretty unique, kinda like the third floor. So the idea, the concept of the track is good, but for how narrow it is, I can't put it any higher than C tier, I think. Even low C tier. I don't think it's D, but low C tier it is. And for the third time, another track you never seen on this channel, the PGK Venice. This one I've recorded, the video is upcoming, it will come out someday, I don't know when. This one... I have no idea if high C tier or low B tier. I'll go with low B tier. It is inside a mall, it has good facilities, because it's not only a track, but it also has a bowling alley, it even has a billiard pool to play with your friends. So more than a track, it's also an arcade, which is incredibly good. Unfortunately, this is a good thing, but also a bad thing for this track, because on one side it's incredibly fun, but on the other side I'm having a hard time putting on the same level of other tracks, because this is more of an entertainment, more than the other tracks which are more focused on the racing. This is more for families, so I cannot put it all that high on the tier list, but the track is good, it is very fast. The cars also have a boost button, so it adds to the score, but unfortunately I didn't have the same good feelings I had with other tracks. Another configuration of the B-karting. This is the short new version of the track, and I think this is the worst track I've raced in 2025. Not because it's a bad track by itself, but unfortunately it's just hairpins. You do turn 1, which is a 90-degree left turn, and you got hairpin to the right, hairpin to the left, hairpin to the left, the spoon, which is basically an hairpin to the right, another hairpin to the left, hairpin to the right, hairpin to the left, and then another 90-degree corner to the left to end the lap. Doing 30 minutes of this, destroy your arms, is not all that fun. It's not a bad track by itself, but I think out of the one I raced in 2025, it is the worst. Oh, another nice track is the Cristo Village in Rome. Another one, which is an upcoming video, the next one we race in the Campionato Dimenticato, the Forgotten Championship. Where do I put it? I don't know if I should put it high B tier or low hate tier. I'll go with low hate tier. Now, the Crystal Village is a very hard track. Really, it's narrow, cars there are incredibly difficult to drive, are pretty stiff on the steering. It also has some holes on the ground, but this makes for a great challenge. This circuit is a challenge for you. Really, if you do this circuit right, I think you can be incredibly proud of your karting skills, really. This is the next video, it will come out on the channel, likely. It will be fun, I trust you, it will be fun, there will be some really interesting thing happening. Then a circuit you actually saw on a video. Incredible, I know. The way kart, but this is the old configuration, and without the cavatappi, the bottle opener. Hey, this is a tough call to make. I'll put it... Yeah, it's B tier, is better than PGK, but yeah, there's better track. Now, the way kart, it still has the indoor part, which has the problem I talked before of being incredibly narrow. It also has the small kink to the left, which is a small chicane, which doesn't help with the narrowness problem, but it has the outboard part, so it's already better than the indoor part, obviously. Unfortunately, it's not the best configuration of the track where I raced in 2025 because it doesn't have the cavatappi, which I think is what makes the way kart so good. And yeah, we're immediately thrown the best configuration of the way kart, and I think is a high hate tier. Yeah, high hate tier. I'd say it's good. Not the best hate tier, but I think it's a solid one. Now this one is actually the full track, which has all the configuration. It has the indoor part, it has the second and third floor, it has the outdoor part, and also has the cavatappi, which this makes it the best track. Automatically, this is the best configuration of the way kart. Unfortunately, it's only used on special events, special occasion, like the one we went with Chris, Fede and Matt in September. There also was the Italian commentator of the Formula 1, Vanzini. That day was a great day, and so this is a good placement for this track. Oh, we then got the B-karting full layout, but the old configuration. And I'd say this goes in B tier? B tier? No, this goes here and then goes higher. Yeah, this is good. Okay, this is good. Now, as I said before when I was ranking the short version of this track, on the first few turns you have to go single files. And this isn't a good thing. I think on a race, in any racing circuit, the few moves you do on the first corner of the first laps are the best ones. Only for this is an average track. The rest of the circuit is unchanged from the one we're currently using. The next one we're going to rank, and yeah, I think it's just a worse version, the one we have today. And speaking of which, here it is, the current configuration of the track. And I'd say this is easily a high hate tier. This is a technical circuit, it is easy to do, but I think it's hard to master. It has a lot of turns, kinda like the double chicane, can catch you off guard, and this is actually the track we have raced in the latest episode of the Campionato Dimenticato. That was a great race, so I suggest you to go see the video, because I think it's one of the best videos I've made so far. It's a great circuit. Oh, the Happy Valley. The Happy Valley, that's a tough one. I'd say B tier, but B tier where? I'd say here, between a PGK and the B-karting short old version. Now, the Happy Valley is a decent track, but it's good up until the chicane on the straight. Then the third sector is a bit too twisty for my liking, honestly. Too many turns, too many right, left, right. If they just remove 2 or 3 turns, I think it would be a great track. And also another bad thing is that it doesn't have best carts. Even I raced with my dad on that occasion, on that video, and my dad got a kart which had a bent steering. I'm not going to hate on this circuit, which it seems like I'm doing it, but I'm not. This is a great circuit, there's been worse. But the Happy Valley should change its cars, really, it should. There's a limit on everything. We then got the big kart Rozzano, but in reverse. Better than the original. Is it better than... No, it's not better than the way, no. Personal opinion, I don't really like this track. I'll put it here, but I'll put the Happy Valley after the big karting short road version. Now, the big kart Rozzano, it's a good facility, honestly, but it's kinda average on everything, so I think this place makes sense. Unfortunately, tracks like these aren't really the one I like the most. It is a very technical circuit with some really odd turns, which unfortunately I don't really like. The circuit is decent, it has a good asphalt. They also recently changed the karts, so they're the best they can be. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot much to say. Ooh, the next one is great, the Extrema kart. And this I think is an easy S tier. Really, it could even be the best karting track of 2025. Really, I'm not kidding. Fast, technical, basically the entire lap is made with the foot planted on the gas pedal, and it also has some really technical corners like turn 2, which is the only corner you have to brake in, and also the last chicane, which you need to try a little bit of time to do right. This is a great circuit, I really enjoyed it, and I hope to come back there. Oh, we also have the big kart Rozzano on the original layout. C tier. Yeah, I'd say C tier. Basically the same thing as the big kart Rozzano I've said before, just on the original sense instead of the reverse, and I think is the worst one out of the two. I think it flows better on reverse. Ooh, some Mario Kart. This is the kart where I fought that guy that couldn't do a move in a decent way and just ran me in every possible corner there was. But the track was good. The track was good in itself. That's tough. That's tough to rank. A tier. Yeah, low A tier, I'd say. I'd say low A tier. Now, some Mario Kart, it also is kinda like the new short version of the B-karting, full of U-turns. And so why did I put it so much higher on the list? Well, that's because it flows a lot better. There aren't only U-turns, but there also are some really good corner variety. The first 3 corners, the first section from turn 1 to turn 7, that section is really good, and you need to practice it quite a lot to get it right. But also, it's a lot better than the B-karting, because it has some curves on a lot of those turns, and it is so satisfying to cut them and still be fast. Really, cutting those curves is something that is incredibly satisfying to do. They also have some pretty decent cards. So yeah, I think it deserves this spot on the list. Last one, Ottobiano. Now this might be a little bit controversial, but I'll put it in A tier. The reason why this is controversial is that when we raced in Ottobiano in the Campionato Dimenticato, a lot of people from different teams have had card problems, but serious one, like cars that were 5 seconds lower than the rest of the field, which is kinda like the Happy Valley, is difficult to excuse honestly, but the track itself is incredibly satisfying to get right. The first corner, which is a 200-degree turn, which then leads to a small straight and a U-turn. Then we got the double 90-degree corners, which is still incredibly satisfying to do right. If this circuit had decent cards, it would be an easy S tier. Really easy S tier. Not better than the Extrema cards I think, but a second one I think it deserved it. And now speaking of S tier, I think I've removed the big karting up a grade. Low S tier obviously, but I think it deserves it. And so, here we have it, the final tier list of the track of 2025. That's it for this very fast video. I hope you enjoyed and Happy New Year!